In this video, I'm going to talk about my experiences with postpartum depression. Hey y'all, my name is Joanna Callaway, and in my channel, I talk about faith, motherhood, and culture, and finding your identity amongst all those things without having to sacrifice your role as a caretaker. And as a mom and a nurse, I have a lot to learn, I have a lot to teach. So come on this journey and let's learn together. I never thought that postpartum depression was going to hit me until it did. There was no signs of it. I'm usually a happy-go-lucky person. I'm always smiling. And when it did it hit me pretty hard. I knew something was up because whenever I would go to my prenatal appointments and I would talk to them about everything that was going on, they seemed a little concerned that I was probably going to hit postpartum depression, but I didn't see it myself. I was in denial. I had Kyle. I had my second handsome little boy. He was born pandemic, March 12th of 2020. And that's where it happened. When I was going through postpartum depression, I would cry so much. I would cry uncontrollably, and I would cry for hours at a time. And there was like this huge cloud over my head of where I just couldn't get out of that funk. It was just so dark. And I couldn't sleep, let alone having a newborn, right? I still couldn't sleep. And I wasn't eating much. I didn't want to eat much at all. And I would lash out on JD. Honestly, I thought that something shady was going on. I thought that I formulated a plot in my mind, and I thought that were other people in this house, which there was not. I thought that someone was going to take JC. I thought someone could have broken into his bedroom and taken him and stole him away from me. I mean, oh my goodness. There was this time where I was just so furious. I was so angry, and I can see nothing but like tunnel vision. And when that tunnel vision hit, all I remember is stuff flying out of my hand. I got so angry that I threw stuff on the floor and broke it. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's crazy to even think about that right now, but I just can't believe that I actually went through that. And the thing that I knew that something was wrong. I just couldn't pinpoint it, and it was hard to differentiate what is logical and what's not, and I couldn't make sense of it. And it was really hard for me to make sense of everything. And I would be so irritable, and then I would cry and feel so lonely. And even though I had friends and family for support, I felt so lonely either way. And that sucked. It sucked. And I remember writing in my journal about about how I felt, because I wanted to make sense of everything. So I just wrote down all my feelings in a journal. I wrote down everything in a journal so I could read it back. and try to make sense of it. And there was this one night where the kids were sleeping and JD was sleeping. Everybody was sleeping in the house. And I just went in the garage, went in my car, rolled down the windows, and I convinced myself that, you know what, this is it. I'm done. I'm tired of feeling like this. You know, they're all better off without me. They can have a better mom. Like, they can do this without me, because I feel like I'm such a burden to this family and I'm not helping at all. And I just want to go to sleep. I'm better off not being here. I'm better not being here. And I was going to turn on that engine. Had my windows down and everything, and was about to turn the key, and then I literally heard the Lord speak to me. Yeah. I literally heard the Lord speak to me, and he said, "Child, I'm not done with you yet." And he said, "Child, what are you doing? What are you doing, my child? You're a good mom. You don't need to do this. I am not done with you yet." Then I stopped. I rolled the windows back up and I went to bed. And I thought about that. And it was it was God that spoke to me that night. And I will never forget it. And that's the next morning. I talked to JD. I talked to my husband. And I said, "Hey, I really think something's not right with me. And I think I need help. I really think I need help." And he's like, "All right, let's do it." And I am so hesitant to get help, especially mental help. Because in my culture, you don't show weakness. You don't show that you're vulnerable. You don't show any feelings. And you don't seek help for mental health, because it's something that you don't do, and it's, I guess, a disgrace, or I don't know. It's frowned upon. I don't know. But that day, I wanted to break a cycle, because I never ever wanted to feel like that again. Honestly, I never had a therapist before, and I didn't know where to find one. So what I did was I just reached out to my church, and my church referred me to a therapist specifically for postpartum depression. And we talked things out. She identified things, and what she already had a plan for me. And I highly suggest that if you know anybody that's going through this, please have them seek a therapist, because the sooner that you find help, the faster that you're going to recover. The sooner that you find help, the faster you're going to recover. It took me 1 year to feel better. And yeah, it was just recently. It took me from March 2020 to March 2021. It took an entire year for me to feel better and for me to finally feel myself again. And I cannot thank my family and friends and my therapists enough for supporting me, and especially JD. Oh my goodness, my husband's such an amazing dude. Like, he was on board with it. And I in the beginning when I asked him, or in the beginning when I told him that I needed help, I was a little hesitant and scared of what he might think. And I also was scared to seek help because I felt like they were going to take my babies away. But it's a real thing. Uh, Anyways, got me crying so much in this video. And when I did talk to my therapist, we would go through sessions of talking, and if I told her straight up, like, if I can do this without medication, I would love to do that. But if you feel like I do need it, I'm okay to take medication if needed. But by all means, I am so happy that I had my therapist because she never forced any medication on me, and she gave me the option, and she gave me that power. And that's something that you want to look into with a therapist. You don't want to feel worse after your therapy section. You want to feel better, and you want to feel that you have some sort of control over your mental state and over your health. And that's what a good therapist is. Have you or a loved one ever experienced postpartum depression? If so, go ahead and comment below. You are not alone. And if you like this video, click the like button right here, ding, and subscribe to my channel right here. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.